Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Now at 5 o'clock, a stolen SUV, a fiery crash, and an amazing rescue.
Tonight, he's a free man. Charles Pugh is out of prison. We have reaction to his release, including one person who thinks he has not learned his lesson.
And the local forecasters are locked in on that Christmas forecast. And from the looks of it, we're going to see rain for at least part of your holiday.
But we're going to begin with new coronavirus numbers just in from the state. 13,686 new cases over the past 48 hours, which is 6,800 cases a day, much higher than the weekend totals. 392 new deaths are also being reported over that same two-day period.
Now you can see the 7-day moving average is ticking back up ever so slightly over the past 3 Wednesdays, but is still below the numbers we were seeing back on December 8th. Tonight, there is a brand new tool to help treat people with COVID-19.
The FDA has authorized the first antiviral pill to prevent people who have COVID from getting severely ill. The drug from Pfizer, called Paxlovid, can be taken at home and is available to anyone aged 12 and up who have mild to moderate symptoms. Pfizer's CEO says the company is ready to begin delivering the drug here in the U.S. immediately.
Now we're going to get reaction from this from Dr. Frank McGeorge, but we are also going to begin in Washington with Chris Pallone with the latest. Chris.
30 pills taken over 5 days by people in the early stages of a COVID infection who are at risk of developing severe disease.
In the early clinical trial data is that it's 90% effective at preventing hospitalization and death in unvaccinated populations. So this is something that could be game-changing.
Game-changing because it could lessen the number of COVID patients flooding the nation's hospitals. It should be available in days, but supplies will be extremely limited early on. And doctors stress it's not a substitute for getting immunized.
We still need to protect ourselves, and that means getting vaccinated, getting the booster, wearing masks, social distancing, those things we know work.
Getting tested as soon as symptoms hit will be key, a tough prospect in some parts of the country where tests are increasingly hard to come by. The White House hoping to ease the crunch, making 500 million rapid tests available by mail next month, perhaps too late in areas where the Omicron surge has already arrived.
This should already be anticipated. I mean, if I can expect it, I'm sure they can anticipate the quantities needed.
The NHL says its players will not take part in February's Olympic Games because COVID cancellations have already disrupted its schedule too much. But New York City says New Year's Eve festivities in Times Square are still on for now.
We'd like that event to move forward so long as we can do it safely.
And while health officials see some encouraging trends emerging from South Africa and Europe, they emphasize we already have the tools to fight COVID.
This is a different Christmas. It's not December 2020. It's more hopeful. But what we do in the next several days will dictate what January looks like.
A pivotal time in the pandemic.
The White House says President Biden tested negative again today for COVID 5 days after being in close contact with an aide who later tested positive for the virus. In Washington, Chris Pallone, Local 4.
Thank you, Chris. Obviously, the news of this pill is good news as the Omicron variant takes hold.
We're joined by Dr. McGeorge for some details on the drug. Good evening, Doc.
Yeah, Jason and Karen, good evening. Paxlovid is authorized for patients 12 and older who are at high risk of developing severe illness. Now, it should be available pretty quickly, but initially supplies are going to be very limited. The thing is, the drug needs to be started within 5 days of symptom onset, which could actually be one of the biggest challenges to its use, since that really means a person's COVID test needs to come back quickly enough that they still have time to fill that prescription.
Now, Doc, I know there's concern that some of the monoclonal antibodies that are currently in use to treat COVID aren't effective against Omicron. So how effective will this drug be?
Well, you know, this drug works by blocking an enzyme that all variants of the virus need to replicate, so it should be universally effective. And I actually think that's really good news because just when monoclonal antibodies might fail us, we have a new route to treat an infection. But I just have to say this again and again. None of these treatments are any substitute for getting vaccinated. Avoiding infection is way smarter than having to treat an infection.
Yeah. All right, Doc, thanks for the advice. We appreciate it.
City of Detroit is extending hours at its Joseph Walker Williams COVID-19 test site so Detroiters can get tested before gathering for their holiday celebrations.
The center will be open Thursday and Friday this week from 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., including Christmas Eve. Next week, it's open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. That also includes New Year's Eve. Testing is available by appointment only to people who live or work in the city of Detroit, and you can call 313-230-0505. That's 230-0505. 3 days now is the countdown to Christmas, and we're capping it off with, it was really sunny out there. It just seemed unusual.
See, I just felt the chill.
I saw the
I wasn't
sun.
trying to be negative, but it felt really cold out there.
I wasn't trying to be negative, Paul.
We're just not
I mean, it was a cold day. It was, I mean, listen, we haven't had a cold day like this in a while, and it really felt cold out there. This is typical winter cold. We'll start with 4-zone weather here. City Airport at 28 degrees, 28 in Grosse Ile. We have 25 in Mount Clemens, 26 in Troy, and 26 over in Canton. Livonia, you've got 28 degrees. Now down in our south zone, 29 Lambertville, 27 at Dundee, and good evening, Deerfield. You're at 27 degrees. Saline, you're at 26. In our west zone, hey, Milford, you're down to 24 now. 25 Whitmore Lake, 24 in Flint, 29 over in Ipsy. And in our north zone, we have 23 in Deckerville, 25 in Port Huron. Emmett, you're at 25 degrees, and 23 over in Romeo, Oxford, and Ortonville. And Storm Tracker 4 showing things are quiet. No, this is not snow for us. We don't have anything falling right now. We have some lake effect snow here to the north, so if you know anybody driving up there, they're running into a little bit of trouble on the roads. But for us this evening, just a gradual breakup of the cloud cover, temps falling slowly through the 20s, and then clouds come in tomorrow, and we're going to see some snow, and we'll talk about where and when in just a few minutes.
Hey, thank you, Paul.
There we go.
After 5 years in state prison, disgraced former city council president Charles Pugh is a free man tonight.
Pugh had been serving time in a prison in Ionia following a child rape conviction. Rod Maloney following that story for us tonight, and he's with us live. And Rod, he has some conditions to this parole, correct?
Yeah, there's a long laundry list of them, Jason. We'll start out with 2 years of parole, 6 months in a GPS tether. He must spend the rest of his life on the sex offender registry, and he also cannot have contact with children 17 years old or younger. Now, he used to work here at City Hall, obviously no more, and post-prison, it looks like he's trying to succeed, at least in the private sector.
I want to start out by apologizing to Austin and his family for violating their trust.
At his 2016 sentencing, Charles Pugh admitted guilt in one criminal case that stemmed from a so-called internship he used at his old television news job to groom and coerce sex from a high schooler.
I know I let down a lot of people.
Yet before that criminal case, Pugh lost a civil court case when another teen sued Charles for the same behavior. The attorney for that young man is Bill Cycley, who was unimpressed that Pugh was out at his earliest possible release date.
He's still claiming to the parole board, I understand, that he didn't use his power to accomplish these ends. It's just wrong.
Pugh had considerable power, city council president in 2013, and then he disappeared from sight right around the time the city wound up in Chapter 9 bankruptcy and was later discovered waiting tables in New York City. The parole board says he intends to live with a friend by the name of Andre Robinson. Newspaper accounts say Charles hopes to open a sandwich franchise. Bill Cycley says that's a deep concern, considering young people tend to work in those shops.
I hope he financially becomes successful for my client's sake. But look, do I worry about him being around young people? Yes.
Now, the civil judgment in that case was $250,000, and Cycley says that Pugh has only made one payment so far, and so again, he wants to see him succeed in business to make sure his client gets paid. Back to you.
Yeah, and Rod, you mentioned a laundry list here. What are some of the other conditions Pugh has to meet?
Well, he has a lot of them, like, for instance, going to drug counseling, taking a polygraph test, anything that he says in one of those 12-step forums where he also has to attend for alleged for that child sex abuse, that all of that information is at least public to his parole officer. There are many others as well, but you get the idea here. He has some very severe restrictions if he wants to stay here in the city.
Yeah. All right, Rod, thanks. A Roseville man is charged in a deadly crash while trying to escape police in a stolen vehicle.
Happened on Monday. at Cass and South Rose Street over in Mount Clemens when an undercover officer tried stopping a man who was allegedly driving a stolen pickup truck. The suspect sped off and hit two vehicles, killing one of the drivers. He then tried running away from the scene, but was arrested. Police identify the suspect as 41-year-old Vertice Woods. He faces 16 charges. Bond was set at $1 million. Jury deliberations continue in the trial of former Minnesota police officer Kim Potter.
The jury did not reach a verdict Tuesday after 14 hours of deliberations. Potter shot and killed Dante Wright last April during a traffic stop. She claims she meant to use her taser but accidentally grabbed her gun.
A jury is also deliberating in the Ghislaine Maxwell sex trafficking trial. The six-man, six-woman jury could have a verdict on the 59-year-old British socialite's fate before Christmas. Maxwell has been accused of grooming 4 underage girls for sex with the late Jeffrey Epstein and others. She has pleaded not guilty to the 6 charges against her. If convicted, she could face a lengthy prison sentence.
President Biden today extending the pause on federal student loan repayments. The payments were originally set to restart on February 1st, but now students will not have to start repaying those back until May 1st. The White House said in August the January 31st extension would be the final pause on federal student loan repayments. Borrower balances have been frozen for most student loans since the beginning of the pandemic nearly 2 years ago.
Hundreds of families get a just start to Christmas at a special holiday giveaway.
The Detroit Association of Black Organizations held its annual Make Christmas Merry event at the Sheffield Center. Free bikes, toys, and clothes were donated to about 500 families. The children also got to go one-on-one with the big guy himself, Santa.